John Cena. He is one of the most popular wrestlers in America, as well as in the world. He didn't stop there. He worked his way to Hollywood and became a respected actor and made a fortune in the process. So, what did he do with the money? He bought a car. And more. John Cena is an all-American legend, and most of his cars reflect that. But he also has exotics. So if you're interested in knowing more about his diverse collections, you've come to the right place. I take you inside the walls of John Cena's badass car collection, so stay tuned. 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. The first car in this video is the 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. The Cougar Eliminator was meant to be a more luxurious Mustang when it launched. He has had a lot of success, both with dealers and drag strips. A 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator in 2022 is worth about $75,000 today. The 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator produces 290 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque, and is powered by a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine. The car can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.7 seconds, and has a top speed of 131 miles per hour. Let's move on to the next luxurious car which John Cena has. Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren Roadster. The Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren was essentially one of the most iconic supercars of the early 2000s, sharing the podium with the more famous Ferrari Enzo and Porsche Carrera G. But of the three, the SLR McLaren got the least amount of popularity. Mercedes owned 40% of McLaren at the time, so the car was built in England at the McLaren factory. And no, it wasn't built alongside other McLaren models, as McLaren only re-emerged as an automaker in 2011 with the MP4 12C, and the factory was left dormant after F1 production ended in 1998. But new and old McLaren trails found their way into the SLR to truly make it the most unique car of its time. The long hood hides over 600 horsepower and plenty of torque to crush those rear tires at any speed. John Cena's car is a black roadster and screams Darth Vader. So if the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren Roadster screams Darth Vader, what does the Plymouth Superbird scream? Lamborghini. 1969 COPO Camaro. In 2007, John Cena gave $175,000 for this beauty. Why so much for a vintage muscle car, you ask? His COPO Camaro recently completed a full frame of restoration before adding to its fleet. John Cena's car is finished in garnet red, which it has maintained since it was launched off the assembly line. This is not only aesthetically perfect, but a real car with an original 1968 engine, and it is one of only 7 COPO Camaros made in Chevrolet's Van Nuys factory in Los Angeles. This became even rarer because it was one of the few cars to receive a factory duct exhaust, which was immediately discontinued as noise levels exceeded noise regulations in almost every state. 2007 Ferrari F430 Spider. The Italian sports car 2007 Ferrari F430 Spider is another car that is part of John Cena's garage. While the Lamborghini Gallardo may be the most exotic car in its collection, the F430 Spider is probably the prettiest car in its collection. The original price of the Ferrari F430 Spider was $313,000. The 2007 Ferrari F30 Spider produces 552 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque, and is powered by a naturally aspirated 4.3-liter V8 engine. The car can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds, and has a top speed of 193 miles per hour. Think about if you had this amazing car, how much more amazing it would be. 2017 Ford GT. The 2017 Ford GT is the car which Cena wants to forget. There's nothing wrong with this car. The only problem was that the second-generation Ford GT was in such high demand that customers had to sign up and sign contracts promising not to sell them within 2 years of delivery. For some reason, Cena decided to sell his GT for a profit immediately after buying it. Ford immediately sued, and the dispute was later settled out of court. The 2017 Ford GT starts at $447,000, making it the most expensive car in its collection. Would you ever think of buying this car? The 2017 Ford GT produces 647 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque, which is powered by a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 engine. The car accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds, and has a top speed of 216 miles per hour, making it the fastest car in its collection. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more videos just like this. See you guys next time!